HBNR families, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to cut raglan sleeve hoodies perfectly. So before that, please, if you are just coming across this channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I drop new video. Please don't forget to like this video. I'm the one who invented the using of head circumference to cut the hoodie's neck, and that's what I'm going to be using now also, because if I'm working on a material that is not stretchy, it will give room for the neck to pass through the head freely down to the neck area. Of course, it works perfectly for every size. So let's get started and let's see how we are going to be cutting the hoodies and how to make the raglan sleeve perfect. So I'm going to draw a straight line for my starting point. And after drawing the straight line, I'm going to apply my length measurement, which is 27, and I'm going to deduct 3 inches from it for my waistband. So I deduct 3 inches and I mark 24 inches. I mark the same thing here and I'm going to connect it together like this. So after that, I'm going to apply my neck measurement, which is my head circumference, which is 23 divided by 3. So 23 divided by 3, it gives me 7.6. So for the back neck, I'm going to divide 7.6 by 2, it will gives me 3.8. So I'm going to mark 3.8 here. So after marking the 3.8, I'm going to come down by 1 inches for the back drop, and I'm going to make a bead curve to connect it together like this. So for the front neck drop, I'm going to deduct 2 inches from the 7.6 and it will equivalent to 5.6. So I'm going to mark 5.6 here, and when I'm drawing the neck curve, 2 inches will be automatic added to it, because a curve line is bigger than a straight line. So as I'm drawing this curve, 2 inches has already automatic added to it, and everything will equivalent to 7.6. So let's take the measurement of the front neck and let's see, maybe it's equivalent to 7.6. So as you can see that it's equivalent to 7.6. So the next thing is to apply my shoulder measurement, which is 17, and I'm going to divide 17 divided by 2, so which will gives me 8.5, and I'm going to mark 8.5 for my shoulder length. And for the shoulder slope, I'm going to divide the chest, which is 36 by 24, and it will gives me 1.5. So I'm going to mark 1.5 for the shoulder slope, and I'm going to connect it. I'm going to connect it to the neck tips. So after that, for my armhole depth, I'm going to divide the chest by 4, which is 36 divided by 4. It gives me 9, and I'm going to mark 9 inches downward here. Now I'm going to connect it to the shoulder line, and after connecting it to the shoulder line, I'm going to apply my chest measurement, which is 36 divided by 4, and it gives me 9. I mark 9 here, so I'm going to mark 9 in the waist area and also in the hips area. So I'm going to connect the marked area together like this. So I'm going to divide the armhole depth by 2, which will gives me 4.5, and I'm going to come inward by 1 inches, and I'm going to place my French cuff on it to make a armhole cuff. So I'm going to cut out the front pattern. So I'm going to be using the front pattern to cut out the back pattern as well. So I'm going to trace out the back neck on the back pattern. So here I'm going to measure 1 inches for the backdrop, and I'm going to connect it like this. So after connecting it, I'm going to cut it out. And also I'm going to cut out the front neck on the front pattern. So here I'm going to take the measurement of the back neck, because the back neck measurement and the front neck measurement plus the front drop is what I'm going to be using to cut my hood. So the back neck measurement is 4.5, so I'm going to note that, so that when I want to cut the hood, I'm going to apply it. So after that, I marked 3.5 inches here. So it depends on how deep you want it. You can mark 3 inches, 2.5 inches, but I mark 3.5 inches here. And I start from the armhole depth. I connect it to the 3.5 I marked on the neck like this. So if you wish, you can make it a slant form. I just make it a bit curve. So after cutting it out, I'm going to label it as front. So I'm going to lay the back pattern, and I'm going to place the shoulder area I cut on the front pattern. I'm going to place it on it like this. So I'm going to trace it down to the neck, to the back neck like this. So you need to just pay full attention to this area, and after that I'm going to cut it out. So this is the front pattern and this is the back pattern of the raglan sleeve. The next thing is to make the raglan sleeve and how we are going to cut it. So I first need to cut my sleeve before attaching it to the shoulder I cut on the pattern to make it a raglan sleeve. So I'm going to draw a straight line for my starting point here, and after that I'm going to divide my chest by 10. It will gives me 3.6 for my sleeve cap height. So after that I'm going to apply my armhole depth, which is 9 inches, and I'm going to connect it like this. So I'm going to make a slant line to join with the starting point, and I'm going to take the measurement of the slant line and I'm going to divide it by 3. So the slant line is 10, and 10 divided by 3, it gives me 3.3. So now I'm going to mark 3.3 here, and also I'm going to mark 3.3 here. So I've divided into 3 equal parts. I'm going to mark half of an inch here and also half of an inch here. Now I'm going to place my French curve to make a curve on it like this. So after that I'm going to apply my length measurement, which is 24, and I deduct 3 inches for the handband, which makes me mark 21 inches. So I'm going to connect it like this, and I'm going to make my sleeve opening 5 inches. So after that I'm going to use my hip curve to connect it together. After that I'm going to cut it out. So now I'm going to attach the shoulder area I cut in the pattern like this. I'm going to attach it to the sleeve. So the first thing I need to do, is to place the shoulder of both pattern like this, and I'm going to just place a seal tape on it just to hold it down. So as you can see, I placed the shoulder of both sides to match with each other. I place it like this. So now I'm going to lay another pattern paper like this. So I'm going to place the sleeve I cut. I'm going to place it like this, and the shoulder I joined together, I'm going to place it. It should be located at the center of the sleeve, just like this. And I'm going to use seal tape to hold it down as well. After that, I'm going to trace out. I'm going to trace it out like this. This is how it looks like after tracing it out, and I'm going to cut it out. So this is how it looks like. It has formed the raglan sleeve. So this is the back part of the pattern. As you can see, it matches with the sleeve, and also this is the front part of the pattern. It also matches with the sleeve. So now I'm going to be cutting the hood, and these are the measurements I need: front neck measurement, back neck measurement, front neck drop, hood height, and hood depth. So I'm going to be showing you how to take these measurements and how to apply it to make hood step by step. So I'm going to draw a straight line here. So after drawing the straight line, I'm going to use here as my starting point, and from that point I'm going to apply my back neck measurement, which is 4.5. After marking it, I'm going to apply the front neck measurement, which is 7.6 as well. So after that, I'm going to draw a straight line here. After drawing the straight line, I'm going to mark 0.5 of an inch, half of an inch like this. And I'm going to use French curve to make a curve and connect it to the back neck measurement. So after that, I'm going to apply my front neck drop, which is 5.6, and I'm going to deduct 1 inch from it, and it will be equivalent to 4.6. So I'm going to mark 4.6 here. After marking it, I'm going to use French curve to link it up to the back neck measurement, just like this. So after that, I'm going to retake the measurement because I'm working on a curved line now. So this 4.5 for the back neck measurement, and I'm going to start the measurement from the front neck, which is 7.6, and I'm going to mark 7.6 here. So this is back neck measurement and this is front neck measurement. So after that, I'm going to apply my hood depth measurement. So this is how I'm going to take the measurement of my hood depth. I'm going to take the measurement from eye to eye, just like this. So my hood depth measurement is 18.5 and I'm going to divide it by 2 and it will gives me 9.5, and I'm going to add extra 2 inches to it, which will equivalent to 11.5. The extra 2 inches I added to it, one is for seaming allowance, and the extra 1 inches is for the overlap of the hoodie. So I'm going to mark 11.25 for my hood depth. So after that, I'm going to connect it together like this. So the next thing is to take the measurement of my hood height. I'm going to start the measurement from the neck bone and it will end at the neck bone also. So my hood height is 29 and I'm going to add extra 3 inches to it, which will make 32, and I'm going to divide 32 by 2. It will equivalent to 16 inches. So I'm going to apply 16 inches here for my hood height. So at this angle, I'm going to mark 1.5 inches just to curve the back side of the hood. I want to use the French curve, but I think it's not going to curve very well, so I'm using my free hand to do that. Now let's check the measurement of the neck. Maybe it's correct. The back neck measurement is 4.5 plus front neck measurement, which is 7.6. It's equivalent to 12.1. Now let's take the measurement. So this is 12.1, which is the exact hood neck measurement. So the remaining 3/4 of an inch is for the overlap of the hood, and our hood is ready, so I'm going to cut it out. So please don't forget to like this video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please kindly do and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop new video. So the next thing is to cut the front pocket of the hoodie. As you know that the pocket is going to locate at the front part of the hoodie. So the front part is 18 inches and I'm going to deduct 6 inches from 18 inches, which will equivalent to 12, and I'm going to divide the 12 by 2 and it will equivalent to 6 inches because I'm cutting the pocket on fold. So I'm going to mark 6 inches here and I'm going to make the height to be 10 inches. I'm going to mark 10 inches here, and also I'm going to mark 6 inches here as well, and I'm going to connect it together. After connecting it together, I'm going to mark 3.5 here. After the 3.5, this area is 6 inches, and I'm going to minus 1.5 from 6 inches and it's equivalent to 4.5. So I'm going to mark 4.5 at the upper part of the pocket. So I'm going to use French curve to connect it together like this. So I'm going to add half of an inch to it like this, and I'm going to curve it. So I'm going to cut it out. The front pocket of the hoodie is ready. and this is how it's going to look like. So the next thing is to cut out all our fabric, all our pattern on the fabric. So this is the fabric. This is how I'm going to start the cutting. So I'm going to cut the back part and the front part separately because their pattern is not the same. So this is the front part of the cloth. I'm going to add seaming allowance to this shoulder area because I'm going to attach the raglan sleeve there. So this is how the front part is. So I'm going to lay the fabric again and I'm going to cut out the back part. So I'm going to add seaming allowance to this armhole as well. So this is the back part of the hoodie. So the next thing is to cut the front pocket of the hoodie. So I'm going to cut it on fold like this because the hoodie is on fold as well. So this is how it's going to look like. So now I'm going to move on to the cutting of the raglan sleeve. So I'm cutting it on fold because I'm going to cut two sleeves together just like this. So this is how it looks like. And the next thing is to cut the hood. So I'm going to cut 4 pieces for the hood. So I'm going to cut another 2 pieces as well. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop any video.